One of the biggest struggles I hear from my students is when they don't understand phrasal verbs at work. You can't understand phrasal verbs word by word. The meaning comes from the situation. English has thousands of them, and native English speakers use them every day. So here are 8 common phrasal verbs you can start using at work to sound more natural. Welcome back to Lots Learning. I'm your teacher, Amanda Lots, and I teach you better English so you can be more successful. Let's jump in. That was a phrasal verb. Let's get started. Circle back. Circle back means to return to a topic later. For example, let's circle back to this next week. Iron out. To iron out means to fix small problems or details. For example, we need to iron out a few details. Hash out. Hash out means to discuss or debate until you find a solution. With this phrasal verb, it is separable. This means that you separate the two words and put the object in the middle. So you would say hash it out or hash this out. You would not say hash out it or hash out that. For example, let's hash this out, or they need to hash it out. Zero in on. Zero in on means to focus closely on something. For example, we need to zero in on the main issue here. Pan out. Pan out means that the final result was good, or maybe not. It can be used negatively as well. For example, let's see how it pans out, or the job didn't pan out. To use pan out as a negative to say that something wasn't a good result, you use the auxiliary verb did with the negative. So it didn't pan out. A similar phrasal verb you can use instead of pan out would be work out. It worked out great. Or it didn't work out. This is different than workout as in exercise. So context in which it is used is really important. If you say, I didn't work out, I think you didn't exercise. If you say a job didn't work out, I'll know that it wasn't a good match and you left the job. Boil down to. Boil down to means to reduce to the main point. You are focusing on the main point. For example, it boils down to timing. So you're saying timing is the most important or it's the issue. Wrap up. Notice the silent W, so you do not pronounce. It's pronounced wrap up. This is another separable phrasal verb, so you will separate the two words and put the object in the middle. Wrap it up or wrap this up. It means to finish something. For example, let's wrap this up before lunch. Means let's finish this meeting before we have lunch. It's different than to physically wrap up your lunch, which could mean to package your lunch. Again, context is important. And the final phrasal verb is sign off on. 3 words. To sign off on means to get official approval. For example, I need my boss to sign off on this idea. This is very different than signing off. We have ing and off, no on. This means to leave, to exit, or to finish. For example, in a Zoom meeting, you might say, I'm signing off. I'm leaving. Or you could ask your boss, will you sign off on this? will you give your approval? And there you have it. 8 common phrasal verbs that are very useful in the workplace that you can start using right away. What are some other phrasal verbs that you know that you can use at work or in everyday life? If you know some, leave them in the comments so we can all learn together. Thanks for watching. Great job today. And don't forget to like and subscribe.